Welcome to Shovelware Diggers. Our dig team is currently excavating the Softkey Shareware 2000 hit games 2CD collection. You can find a link in the video description listing the entire directory structure of this archive. Here's what our diggers have for week 256. For more information on how to join the dig team, simply follow the Patreon link in the video description. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. First up, we have a team dig from Jay the Brain Man, Elkovsky, and Ben Jemmett. WINGAMES /puzzle2/WAXCHESS. I'm trying to figure out how Wax would make a digitized chess game different. I don't know. WAXCHESS. Gotta read me first, register form, waxman.doc, waxman.exe. Okay, it's calling it WAXCHESS here, but WAXMAN here? It might not be a chess game. Or maybe it is, or maybe it's just weird. I don't know. Read me first. What have we got? Waxman 1.3W, Pocket Chess for Windows. Okay, so it is a chess game. And apparently it's a chess game with a $20 registration fee. So, got anything else here? We got the main doc file here. So, Pocket Chess for Windows, we're running the program. You need Windows 3.1 or later to run Waxman. 3.0 will do too, but you have to install comdialog.dll from 3.1. Interesting. I didn't know this was a thing you could even do. I would think doing something like that would actually break Windows 3.0, but maybe not. Okay, at the start of a new game, Waxman is in its referee mode. This means that it only keeps track of whose move it is, makes sure all entered moves are legal, announces check, checkmate, or stalemate, but otherwise stays out of the way. This can be useful if you want to practice a particular opening line or to play over a game from a newspaper or chess magazine. Interesting. Waxman remains passive until invited to play. To do that, choose play from the play menu. Waxman will start playing to decide whose move it is at the time. So basically the game has AI support in it, but you have to enable it at the point in time you want the AI to take over a particular player. Interesting. Oh boy. The level or strength of Waxman's play is controlled by the time limit. The amount of time in which it must complete a given number of moves. The more time, the stronger its play. The possible settings are anywhere between 1 minute for all moves and 5 hours for every single move. Okay, part of the problem with doing time-based AI logic for chess as a difficulty selection is that this varies what the actual difficulty is going to be depending on the person's computer. Meaning, the more powerful a person's computer is, with an imposed minimum setting, is going to directly dictate how powerful the AI is at its lowest difficulty. That is not good. That means, given the fact that I'm running this in an emulator with a really high number of potential cycles, this is probably going to be like nearly impossible to win against. Also, I really hope it doesn't start taking 1 minute for every move right at the start, but we'll see. Anyways, we've got our standard chessboard. So, does it maximize? Of course not. Anyways. So we can flip the board, we got sound, might as well turn that on, we got analysis, that's, I don't know what that does, but, let's set the level, so, okay, why is there a moves thing? I guess you could change the level for, there's also an easy thing? I don't get it. Either way, I'm setting it down to its lowest, there we go, 1 minute. Okay. And then, okay, that's interesting. You can actually print out the current state of the board. And then we got the about screen here. Okay, so I will go first. I'm going to do the knight strategy. And now I have to hit play for the AI to take control of black. Okay. So do I want to bring out both of my knights? Actually, let's do it this way. Okay, so far the AI is sort of copying me. Sort of? Okay, that was interesting. It took my rook, but now I took his bishop, and now there's like nothing else he can do? I don't know, that was a weird trade. Okay, AI is feeling a little daring now. Let's see here. What can I do about his bishop? Not a huge amount. What I can do is put my pawn there. Okay, he had second thoughts about that. Okay, so he's threatening my knight at the moment. Where do I want to move my knight? Guess I can move it here, maybe? Is that a good idea? No, that's probably a bad idea. Although it's not super terrible. Because if he decides to take it, then it's going to create quite the chaos. Which will result in him losing more valuable pieces than me. So let's see what happens. Okay, so now I'll take that. And that was kind of expected. And now to keep the pressure on, we'll threaten his king in such, or is that the queen? I always get the queen and king mixed up in this game. I think it's queen, right? Anyways. Wait, what? I keep forgetting the exact strategies of how en passant taking with pawns works. So yes, that was legal. Completely screwed up my thinking here of what to do. And I've got the computer on easy mode even. And I've noticed the timers have pretty much run out on me and almost on... well, I guess not really. Okay, not 100% sure what the AI is planning to do here. But I'm going to take this opportunity to do a little setup. Because he can't take this pawn. Now, of course, the trouble is if he moves that one more space, he's going to be able to change that up, but he's not going to get that chance. Wait, what? Oh, he's got me in check. Well, this is decidedly not good. So I guess I can... guess I can move like that. Yeah, that was expected. Boy. Well, this chess game is going really poorly. And it's funny, too, because he's missing a lot of his pieces. But, well, I guess I'm missing quite a number, too. How do I get out of this? Yeah, and that was with the computer on easy skill. Easy skill with 1 minute time limits. Yeah, you can't base your difficulty on how long, on how much time gets to pass for the opponent when the opponent's effective ability to see ahead is based entirely on how much power they have at their disposal. So yeah, this was probably playing way harder than it's supposed to just because of that. So yeah, that was Waxman. It's basically chess. Basically chess with a few extra features and stuff, and no ability to maximize. Well, it has a maximize button, but doesn't maximize properly. And a time-based AI system, which is relentless on a system more powerful than this was developed for. Next up from Richard Ward, we have DOSGAMES /PD1/Mosaics_1. I'm gonna guess some kind of jigsaw puzzle game, but we'll see. CGA, VGA, Mosaics doc, EXE. It's a fairly sizable doc file with a very tiny README. Actually, there's two more docs, Regis and Scan. Huh. Let's edit the README first and see what we got here. Important notice, if you are using Mosaics on an EGA system, you must delete or rename the file vga.mgl from your system disk. Otherwise, Mosaics will assume that your system has a VGA graphics adapter. Wait, what? If you wish to run Mosaics on a CGA-only system, copy the file CGA and delete the VGA. What? I mean, this is coming across to me, like just this entire README here is just coming across to me as very poor design. I mean, think about this for a second. You have to manually adjust what files are in place depending on if you're running CGA, EGA, or VGA. Also, this is indicating that there's an ega.mgl file, but guess what? We don't have an ega.mgl file, so whatever this is, it's incomplete. So that's not a good sign. Well, I guess we'll read the Mosaics document, see what we got here. So, made by a Data Assist, which is definitely not the name of somebody. Distributed under Shareware concept, continue to use Mosaics, you're expected to register. Registration is only $35. Only $35. I want to make it clear that that's kind of a high cost for Shareware, so this had better be one of the best programs ever. So for an additional $10, you'll receive an update in the Argus graphics library, or graphics utility. As an added bonus for your registration, you'll receive one free color scan of any color print or 35mm slide that you enclose with your registration. So this definitely has something to do with pictures. Okay, it actually says right here, Mosaics is a computerized jigsaw puzzle program. Well, that's what I guessed. Unlike other PC-based jigsaw puzzle programs, Mosaics is designed for use with photographic quality color images rather than cartoon pictures. Okay, hang on. This was made in '89, right? I'm pretty sure jigsaw puzzle programs up to this point were trying to be a mix of that. I know there was kind of a closer emphasis to cartoon style imagery just because of the fact that CGA and EGA had their limits, but it's not like VGA wasn't around for a while. It's just it took a while for systems to adopt it. Okay, this is getting even more strange, because it's saying right here the program may also be used on a CGA graphics system. However, a CGA graphics library is not currently distributed with the Shareware Mosaics package. What do you call that? Okay, so everything in here seems to be fairly straightforward. Like, it's basically just talking about a lot of compatibility with things and everything. So I guess we could just try running it. Let's quickly check to see what those other doc files are, just in case. There was a registration invoice for Mosaic, so this is to actually register it. Oh, and they also want $3 shipping as well. They're just demanding tons of cash. And this is just data on how to do scanning for this stuff, so whatever. Okay, let's actually try running this thing. So, Mosaics. Okay. Got an interesting effect there with an interesting photo. It's going strange colors, and now we're back in text mode again. So it does say it's the Shareware version. Anyway, options, go mouse. So we can start things, help, load. And these are the three pictures that it comes with. A title, Lynn, and twins. Okay, so looking at the other pictures in here, Lynn and twins are just basically the author's children. So I think we're just going to stick with title. What level are we going to go here? Let's do level 2 and see what happens. So, okay, I'm a little worried that maybe those little blocks are going to be the size of the tiles, but oh no, the tiles are actually normal sized. Oh wow, I thought the mouse controls would actually give me a mouse cursor. It doesn't. You move the box. This is very awkward and extraordinarily sensitive. Okay then. So, okay, so if I click on one and then click where I want to move it, then it moves it. So that makes sense. Okay, that's interesting. If you move a piece into the wrong spot, it doesn't make a sound. So it's kind of already guiding you as to whether or not you're making the right moves or not, just from nature of whether you hear that sound or not. I'm not sure. Well, I guess you could probably turn that off. Okay, yeah, there's a sound off option here. And also I'm going to go to keyboard control because those mouse controls were horrible. Okay, it does another transition, scrambles it up. Okay, so keyboard controls instead, because the mouse controls were not good. So I actually had a lot of time to work on this between the last time I was speaking and now because of a train passing. So, as you can see, I'm making some progress here. I'm not sure if I have the person at the proper point on the screen, but we'll figure that out. But yeah, the reason I turned the sound off was because the sound was kind of making it a little, perhaps too easy to figure out where everything went. Because at least with the sound off, there's no guarantee that you've got the pieces in the correct spots, right? So, also I think I messed that up there. Okay, that looks more correct. Okay, I think I've almost got this. The only trick is I've still got to do this screen here, and then get these color gradients right over here. I think I've almost got it. Is that it? Is that it? I would have expected the game to end after getting all the pieces in the right spot. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is all right, right? Actually, let's quickly check that. So I'm going to turn the sound back on. I'm just going to put it on level 1, because I imagine that'll go a lot faster. And then I can just quickly test to see if it really does have a sound cue for if you complete the puzzle or not. Okay, yeah, it's only 25 pieces as opposed to a lot more than 25 on the level 1 settings. So this should go very quickly. Especially since I also have solved it once already, so I kind of have a good idea of where everything's supposed to go. So this should go really fast. Already, like I'm just trying to talk to fill the time, but I'm actually already almost done here. So get this one over here, and this should do it. Do we get a sound effect? Oh. Yes, we do. Oh, and it actually does end. Interesting. Like, I can't move the cursor anymore, so it actually did end it. So did I have something wrong when I was doing it the last time? I didn't think I did. Okay, making one more attempt here with the sound off to see if the sound really does affect whether you beat... No. I guess I must have made a mistake on my first attempt, but I'm pretty sure it looked fine. Oh well, if I catch the mistake, I'll point it out in editing, but... And then here's how small the tiles get on the level 3 setting. Just for sake of interest. But in any case, that was Mosaics. It's a really overpriced jigsaw puzzle program. Like, I mean, it doesn't even tell you, like, how many images you get in the full registered version. So it's like, you're only getting 3 images in the Shareware version. Now, you are getting the ability to load your own PCX files, but then you're also getting only 3 level settings and not really a lot of customization there. Like, this definitely seems overpriced for what it is, but then at the same time, it's like there weren't a huge number of programs that could do this. It's not that there weren't any, but yeah, I don't know. It's 35 seems a lot for this, but otherwise the program does work perfectly fine. And our last dig for today from Christian Topnik is WINGAMES /unclassified/FRACTAL. Well, I guess it's going to be a Fractal program of some kind. The question is, what kind? Fractal. So we've got a very small executable, a help file, and a readme. Okay, Fractal. This program is a demonstration of IFS fractals under MS Windows. One of 4 fractal images may be selected. Version 1.2, points are drawn until the program is exited or a new image is selected. Okay, so I know what kind of program it's doing, what kind of fractals it's doing here. This program was created for the public domain by Fred McLean of Unison Group Incorporated. Okay, that seems kind of odd. Yeah, the majority of this README file is basically like an advertisement for this Unison Group Incorporated. That's just weird. Why? And we've also got a very basic help file here, which doesn't have anything to it, except more of the company history and profile and everything. Holy jeez, they really want to push their company. Anyways. And also it's called Fred's Fractals? Hang on. This was made by who again? Fred McLean. Okay, so at least it's crediting the right person. And also, that was a very weird position for it to start up in. Huh. I'm going to guess it maximizes, although... Well, actually, wow. Guess what? It doesn't maximize. And this is like a program you would think could, because it's computer generating the image as it goes. Oh boy. So yeah, basically this is a program demonstrating the kind of fractals which are designed. I'm not entirely certain, like, because I know a little bit about fractals, but I'm mostly more experienced with the time escape type fractals, things like the Mandelbrot and such. So this is a kind of fractal, the IFS, which I don't have too much experience with, but basically it's like an algorithm that you can plot points within, and then those points will effectively create an image, or repeating sets of an image that gets smaller and smaller along a path. So this is one of the more common ones, which is the fern. It also apparently has a tree, which changed the background color, and I don't see anything generating. Oh no, wait, there's some stuff generating. Really? They chose the color red. Of all the colors you could be generating your fractal with, you chose a cyan background with red pixels. Right. Okay, so you can kind of see the tree forming here. It basically starts here and then branches off into more of these little branch areas here. I've always found the tree one weird because it doesn't really, like, it's kind of shaped like a tree, but kind of not. Like, I mean, it would almost make more sense if the stems were shorter, but then you wouldn't see the branching as easily. So I kind of feel like the tree here should be renamed like the broccoli or the cauliflower, because that's kind of what it resembles, really. And then we also have triangles, which I'm going to guess is probably a triangular pyramid sort of thing. And once again, we have terrible color choices here. Blue, dark blue on light gray. Oh boy. Well, at least this one seems to be generating a little quicker, but you can actually see the sort of triangular pattern that's kind of being created here. It kind of looks like one big Triforce, but with a lot of smaller Triforces as you get deeper and deeper into the iterations. And one thing I'm noticing is that these generate very slowly for what should be a fairly powerful setup here, because as I said before, I've got windows with a really high number of cycles here in DOSBox. Like, this should be going really fast, but this is actually going surprisingly slow. And we got a second set of triangles here. Really light green on dark green. These color choices suck. The fern color choices were fine. Fern color choices were fine. Yellow on red. That's fine. This is decidedly more difficult to look at. Also, this one was labeled triangles too, but this doesn't look like any fractal pattern I've ever seen before. It's almost like they took like the existing triangle set and just sort of messed with it a little to get a weird sort of perspective thing going on. Yeah, I don't know. This one's just kind of eh. But yeah, just look at the rate at that those dots are showing up, and it's like, this is not this is not generating anywhere near as fast as it should. Whatever. That was Fred's Fractals, a very basic fractal program with really bad color choices.